area high school in Pennsylvania, wrestling is a big deal, and so is sportsmanship.
Jacob Meister is the wrestling team's honorary team captain. He is passionate about wrestling, but has never been able to compete because he lives with cerebral palsy and autism.
After years of watching everyone else, Jacob got the opportunity he'd always hoped for when his friend Dillon, who is undefeated, agreed to a match.
Check this out. Jacob is in the red shirt. Amazing. Dillon and Jacob are joining us on Skype along with Jacob's dad, Dan, and Dillon's mom, Cindy. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey. Now, while Jacob is nonverbal, he uses modified sign language and an app on his tablet to communicate. We are so happy to have all of you with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So, Dan, please tell us about Jacob's love of wrestling.
Jacob's love of wrestling started at a very young age. He has an older brother named Josh who wrestled as well from a very young age, starting around the age of 5. And when Jacob was born, obviously, he was at every match ringside, and it just developed from there. And he's always been a fan of the sport.
Right. Now, how did Jacob become an honorary captain?
So once Jacob's older brother Josh, his wrestling career ended, Jake still had that passion. So his mom, Mary Jo, would take him to practices and matches and just always kept that fire alive. And one day she asked the coach at Bradford High if Jake could sit with a team. And he was all for the idea. He was completely and totally excited about it, and it just developed from there. All the guys on the team took him under their wing and just treated him like a friend, and just really, really took care of him.
Love it.
Dillon, what does Jacob do as an honorary captain?
Well, he's been the captain for about 2 years now, and he just gets to go out with the team before the match and shake hands, go out for the coin toss.
Yeah.
And he gets to sit on the bench and cheer for us. He gets to come to a few practices, and after the match, he gets to shake the opponent's hands. It's just,
oh, nice.
It's like a huge wrestling family.
Yeah, absolutely,
awesome.
absolutely.
So cool.
Now, Dillon, how did you end up in a match with Jacob?
It started, my coach actually came up to me before the whole match, and he's like, "You're willing to wrestle Jacob, right?" And I'm like, "Of course." And I was very excited.
Aww.
And
Goodness.
from there, we just made sure we had permission with his mom, and so we all talked together. And I mean, it was something that was talked to about a little bit before, but nothing serious. And then the day of it was kind of just a spur of the moment thing, and it was just happened. It was awesome.
Now, Jacob, Dillon's undefeated. What did you think you would win?
Yes.
That's confidence.
I
respect it.
Yes.
I respect that confidence.
And you won.
Yeah. That's what it takes.
He did.
Jacob, how did you get Dillon down on the mat for the win?
I got him on his back and pinned him.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Did. Right.
Jacob, what did you feel when the entire gym stood up and cheered for you?
Love.
Love. Yeah. Now, Dan, you were told Jake would never walk. How did it feel watching him wrestle?
To see him finally walk out on a mat on his own, it's a moment that I can't possibly describe in words. You know, it just was a very proud moment to finally see him do that.
Absolutely. Cindy, what do you all hope people take away from this experience?
I mean, I've said it all along that Jake, he's not learning from us. He's teaching us. You know, I mean, he never ceases to amaze me. He's contagious. He always has a smile on his face. He's a go-getter. He's, you know, just, I think if you think you're having a bad day, you know, and you look at Jake, he makes your whole day better.
Right.
You know.
He gives us inspiration every day. I mean, the whole team looks at him as a friend and one of the teammates. So
yeah,
he pushes us every day to do our best because he showed us that accomplishing our dreams is possible. Just
definitely.
So he teaches us that we can do what we want to.
Most important question: has there been a rematch since?
Yes, absolutely. You know, they asked us, the community wanted to see a rematch. So we have a senior night, and it just happened to be that the Dillon's a senior this year. So we said, let's make it senior night. So it was wonderful. We had the biggest crowd we've had the whole season.
That's great.
The cheerleaders came, the band came and played Rocky theme.
Oh,
that's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, the cheerleaders made shirts and wore the shirts and made shirts for Mary Jo and I, and on the back they said Meister versus Keen.
Nice. Pay-per-view. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole community was there, and it was really priceless because when Jake pinned Dillon again, the whole crowd roared.
Just went nuts, yeah.
That was a moment that I'll never forget.
So great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jacob, Dillon, Dan, and Cindy. Thank you very much. Beautiful.
Thank you.